guys, so today I have a harvest preservation video for you guys. I am preserving some tomatoes and some peppers, and then also sharing you how I make my tomato soup out of the tomatoes from my own garden. I actually filmed this video back in September, early September, and I just never posted it yet, so I figured I would be sharing with you guys today and giving you the tips on how I preserve the tomatoes, how I freeze tomatoes for future use, and all of that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy. So the first thing I did was cut up my own homegrown heirloom tomatoes and roasted them in the oven so that way I could freeze them roasted and then make a tomato soup whenever I wanted to. Then I can just take that out and then put the rest of the ingredients in and make it. My mom got a bushel of Roma tomatoes from my aunt's fruit stand. And she took some, I took some, and we are now we are cutting them. Want to show them what we're doing?
We put these in bags, and then we're gonna put them in the freezer.
That's right. I take the core out and then I score them, which I'll show you, and then I put them in freezer bags and then freeze them, and then once you want to use them, you take them out, thaw them, and the peel just comes right off, which is wonderful. I'm just going to take the core out, and then the bottom, just cut this way, and then put them in the bags. And that's your job. Wanna go? Okay, so we got 3 freezer bags full, and I am just going to label them, and then with the date too. Awesome. We also got some sweet peppers from my aunt's fruit stand, so I figured I would cut them up right away too, and then roast them and then freeze them. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them. Toss them and then add some salt and then roast them in the oven at 400 degrees for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or something. I forget how long I did it with the peppers, but yeah. And then with these roasted peppers, I'm not sure what I'll do with them. I might put some in like some tomato soup or something, but I think for now I'm just going to freeze them roasted, and then when I think of something to do with them, then I will do that. This is the roasted tomatoes. And it's got a lot of soup in it, which is good because I'm going to be using this most likely for tomato soup anyway, because that's like one of our favorite things to do with tomatoes. So I had a little bit more tomatoes left, so I was just gonna roast them on a little baking sheet, but then I figured maybe I'll just make tomato soup right away. I added about 6 small onions that I grew myself, plus garlic, 2 heads of garlic, and then a couple of small jalapenos that I might take the core out because these are very spicy. So, but yeah, I'm gonna roast this. So I added my olive oil to the vegetables, tossed it, put some salt on it, and I think I roasted these at 400 degrees for around 30 minutes. And then I just added all of them to a small Dutch oven. I did end up taking the stems off and the cores and the seeds off of the jalapenos before I put it in there, which I shouldn't have done because it wasn't actually spicy at all. And then I squeezed the 2 heads of garlic in there, and then the tray of heirloom tomatoes that I had from my own garden. I just added that whole thing in there with all of the juice and everything to just make a big batch of tomato soup. And normally I don't put any sweet peppers in my tomato soup, but I figured I have some roasted sweet peppers here, so might as well put some in and try it. Then I added probably about a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar and blended that all together with a hand blender, added some salt and then some chili flakes because it wasn't spicy at all, so I wanted to add the spice back in. And then I added a little bit of heavy cream and just stir that all together. So the soup did turn out really good. I remember it being very good with the peppers that we put in there and everything, and we always eat it with sourdough bread grilled cheeses. So we make grilled cheeses with homemade sourdough bread and cheese and everything, and it's so good. It is definitely one of my favorite meals, and now that it's getting colder outside, I definitely want to make it again. Just editing this video is making me want some more tomato soup, so I'll probably make that for supper one of these days of the week. Also, the roasted red peppers that I froze, we ended up using some of it for, I think I took some of it out for like when I wanted to put it in breakfast wraps or breakfast sandwiches or something, or maybe even like scrambled eggs, and that was really good. And I remember I did use some of it for some sauces. I cooked rabbit and then I made like a sauce to go with it. It had like tomatoes, cream, roasted red peppers. I just blended it together and kind of like ate it with the rabbit and some rice, and it was really good. I keep saying roasted red peppers. They weren't all red, but roasted sweet peppers are definitely one thing that I would actually highly recommend having in your freezer all the time, because you just take the time to roast them one day and then you can freeze them, and now you have roasted peppers to put into something, and that makes a really good flavor for like sauces and soups and breakfasts. It's really good. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week.